Dear students, one of the important tools in solving linear differential equations is Laplace transform. If we consider linear differential equation, for example, you may take simple linear differential equation with constant coefficients. You may take homogeneous linear equation. Then Laplace transform and the characteristic polynomials are associated. Okay. So suppose you have first order ODE with initial condition x of 0 equal to 1, then Laplace transform of dependent variable x in this case is 1 upon the characteristic equation. Now we are going to apply Laplace transform to similar delay differential equation. That means we consider homogeneous linear delay differential equation with constant coefficients. Such solution obtained using Laplace transform is called as fundamental solution. So first we revise the basics of Laplace transform and then we see important result. Laplace transform is not only important in solving equations, but also it is useful in analyzing the systems. So its importance is in solutions as well as in the analysis. So let us start. First, we discuss basics of Laplace transform. We are not going to see the proofs. We see the statements and definitions which are useful in our theory. So first definition. A function f of t is said to be of exponential order b greater than 0 order b greater than 0 on on 0 less equal t less than infinity if there exists a constant a positive such that mod of f of t is less equal a e raised to dt for all t in this interval 0 infinity. Okay, so such functions of exponential order are useful in defining Laplace transform. Okay, so let us see the existence of Laplace transform. Naima, existence of Laplace transform. If a function f of t is continuous or piecewise continuous, in every finite interval, zero t, t is any positive number, and of exponential order e raised to bt. Then the Laplace transform of f of t exists. Then the Laplace transform of f of t exists and is an analytic function of lambda. Lambda is transform variable. Okay. When we take Laplace transform of f of t, then we get function of lambda. Laplace transform is function of some variable, say lambda. Provided real part of lambda is greater than b. Okay. So here Laplace transform of f, which is function of lambda, is defined to be integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus lambda t f of t dt. Okay. So if our function is continuous or piecewise continuous on every finite interval of the form, open interval of the form 0t, and this function f is of exponential order, that means it is satisfying this condition, mod of f of t is less equal a e raised to bt for some fixed positive numbers a and b on positive real axis. Then the Laplace transform of such function exists. It is given by integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus lambda t f of t dt. This is function of variable lambda. This is analytic function of lambda. So here condition is real part of lambda is greater than b. Okay, so b is appearing here in this bound, exponential bound. Okay, so there are various results about Laplace transform, like Laplace transform of sine function, exponential function, polynomial function. Okay, so I suppose all of you are familiar with these basic things. If not, then also no problem. I will discuss the required result whenever possible in our theory. Okay. Next important lemma is about convolution function. Okay. Yes. Lemma. The function f star z defined by f star z of t equal to integral from 0 to t f of t minus s g of s ds is called the convolution of functions f and z. We have Laplace transform of f star z is equal to Laplace transform of f into Laplace transform of z. Okay, so this is important result. Suppose we have two functions f and z, then such product is called as convolution product. F star z of t is integral from 0 to t f of t minus s g of s ds. This can also be g of t minus s into f of s. Okay, because order is not important here. F star z is same as g star f. And for such convolution, taking Laplace transform is simpler. Laplace transform of f star z is Laplace transform of f multiplied by Laplace transform of z. So this is also very useful result while solving differential equations. Next thing is inverse Laplace transform. So definition. The inverse Laplace transform is given by f of t equal to L inverse of L of f of lambda. Okay, so inverse Laplace transform of f, it is f of t, and it is given by limit t tends to infinity, capital T tends to infinity, 1 upon 2 pi I integral from c minus I t to c plus I t e raised to lambda t Laplace transform of f of lambda d lambda, okay, where C is a suitable real constant. Okay, so all proofs are available in any book on integral transforms. Okay, so we are interested in this result only. So what this integral means? This is integral on complex plane. Here C is fixed number and this capital T is tending to infinity, means this is nothing but 1 upon 2 pi I integral from C minus I infinity to C plus I infinity e raised to lambda T L of f of lambda d lambda. Okay, so what is this C minus I infinity to C plus I infinity? If we consider complex plane, this horizontal axis is real axis and vertical axis is imaginary axis. Okay, this is origin. So here C is suitable real constant. Okay, so if this is our C, then this C minus IT to C plus IT, or we can say C minus I infinity to C plus I infinity, it is nothing but a vertical line passing through C. Okay, so this is nothing but, this vertical line is nothing but set of all points, okay, on this, the points on this vertical line. This integral is taken over this vertical line. Okay, C minus I infinity to C plus I infinity. So this is called as inverse Laplace transform. Okay. We use notation for this integral. Notation. We denote this integral over this C as this limit capital T tends to infinity 1 upon 2 pi I integral from C minus I t to C plus I t. Okay, so for simplicity, now we need some more basic things like Laplace transform of derivative uh, and other things, but we discuss while proving the corresponding results. Let us move to first result, which is about fundamental solution of delay differential equation. The fundamental solution. A solution of the homogeneous delay differential equation x dot of t equal to ax of t plus bx of t minus r. We call this as equation 1, whose Laplace transform is 1 upon lambda minus a minus b e raised to minus lambda r. Okay, is this familiar to you? This equation in the denominator is nothing but characteristic equation. We call it as h of lambda. Okay, whose Laplace. So in this solution, say x of this delay differential equation is called fundamental solution if Laplace transform of x is 1 upon h of lambda. Okay, that is, so we call this solution as capital X. Okay, let us denote this as capital X. This solution say capital X. That is, Laplace transform of capital X is 1 upon h of lambda. Okay, is called the fundamental solution of 1. Okay, so capital X, which is solution of this equation, whose Laplace transform is 1 upon h of lambda, that is 1 upon characteristic equation, then it is called as fundamental solution. Next theorem. The solution capital X of t of the delay differential equation 1 with initial data x of t equal to 0 for t less than 0 and 1 for t equal to 0. Okay, so initial data is from minus r to 0, it is 0, and at t equal to 0, initial data should be 1. Okay, so this is not continuous initial data. Okay, we have discussed existence uniqueness result for such DDE with continuous initial data. Okay, however, for such initial condition, we can also get unique solution. Okay, so result will be similar for such data. So this is initial data. The solution x of t of delay differential equation 1 with this initial data x of t, which is 0 for negative t and 1 for t equal to 0 is the fundamental solution. That means Laplace transform of this x is nothing but 1 upon h of lambda. Also, so second assertion is also for any c greater than b, x of t is equal to this inverse Laplace transform. Okay, this integral over c means limit as t tends to infinity, integral from c minus it to c plus it, e raised to lambda t into 1 upon h of lambda d lambda. Okay, here t is positive, where this b is the exponent associated. Okay, so this capital X is of exponential order and this b is appearing in that bound. B is the exponent associated with the bound mod of x of t less equal a e raised to bt t greater equal 0. Okay, so this x is of exponential order. Let us prove this result. So first we have to consider this initial data and we have to show that for such x, Laplace transform is nothing but 1 upon h of lambda. Since capital X is of exponential order, Laplace transform of x exists, this function of lambda, so it exists and is analytic function of lambda for real part of lambda greater than b. Since capital X is solution of PDE1, this X should satisfy given delay differential equation. Means X dot of t should be same as ax of t plus bx of t minus r. Okay, we call this as 3. Now we are going to take Laplace transform of this equation. Okay, so first thing is, what is Laplace transform of derivative? Okay, so there are results about Laplace transform of derivative. Okay, so Laplace transform of x dot of t is nothing but, here Laplace variable is lambda, so lambda multiplied by transform of x of lambda minus x of 0. Okay, this is nothing but lambda into Laplace transform of x minus x of 0 is 1. Okay, this is given initial data, x of 0 is 1. And what is Laplace transform of x of t minus r? We use definition. So Laplace transform of x of t minus r is integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus lambda t x of t minus r dt. E raised to minus lambda t x of t minus r dt. Here we substitute t minus r equal to z. Okay, so that dt is same as dz, r is constant. Okay, so this is equal to integral. Now what about limits? When t equal to 0, lower limit becomes z equal to minus r. Okay, and upper limit is t equal to infinity, so z is also infinity. E raised to minus lambda. So what is t? T is z plus r. X of z dz. Okay. Now we can write this as e raised to minus lambda z into e raised to minus lambda r. And e raised to minus lambda r is constant. We write this as e raised to minus lambda r into integral from minus r to infinity e raised to minus lambda z x of z dz. Now we split this integral as integral from minus r to 0 plus integral from 0 to infinity. Okay, e raised to minus lambda z x of z dz plus integral from 0 to infinity. Okay. Now given thing is x of z, x of t is 0 when t is negative. Okay, so here z is from minus r to 0. Okay, so z is negative, so x of z will be 0. Okay. So this is e raised to minus lambda r into 0, because a capital X is x of z is 0 for z negative. Okay, and plus this is integral from 0 to infinity e raised to minus lambda z x of z dz. Z is dummy variable, so this is nothing but Laplace transform of x. Lambda is Laplace variable. Okay, this is e raised to minus lambda r into Laplace transform of x. Now we use these two things in here. Okay, so we take Laplace transform of equation 3 and we use these two things. Maybe we call this as 4 and 5. So taking Laplace transform of 3 and using 4 and 5, we get left hand side is lambda into Laplace transform of x minus 1. Right hand side is capital A into Laplace transform of x plus b into Laplace transform of x of t minus r, which is e raised to minus lambda r into Laplace transform of x. Okay, so we simplify this. Therefore, Laplace transform of x of lambda into, it is lambda minus a minus b e raised to minus lambda r equal to 1. Okay, this one is here. Okay, that is Laplace transform of x of lambda, and this is nothing but h of lambda. Okay, appearing in the characteristic equation equal to 1. We get required result in the next step. Therefore, Laplace transform of x is equal to 1 upon h of lambda, and this is what we wish to prove. So actually this is first assertion. This proves first assertion. Okay, so if Laplace transform of such solution is 1 upon h of lambda, then it is called fundamental solution. Okay, so we can note this. Therefore, yes, therefore, capital X is the fundamental solution of delay differential equation 1. Next assertion, this proves first assertion. Now second thing, yes, second thing is nothing but inverting this. Okay, so what is capital X of t? It is inverse Laplace transform of this 1 upon h of lambda. Okay. Now, x of t is nothing but inverse Laplace transform of x, and it is nothing but our definition of inverse Laplace transform, limit capital T tends to infinity, integral from c minus it to c plus it. In short, we write integral over this c. Then e raised to lambda t into Laplace transform of x with variable lambda, d lambda. Okay. Now we have shown that this Laplace transform is 1 upon h of lambda. So this is equal to integral e raised to lambda t into 1 upon h of lambda d lambda. And this proves second assertion, and we are done. Okay. Next time we discuss one more result with the help of Laplace transform. Thank you.